Here you can see what is included in the package. Screw in 2 lengths, a large weight that replaces the ball bearing of the piston head, 2 smaller weights in place of the bearing flange, and a 3rd ring weight that fits into the piston head. I can choose whether to use all the weights or just some of them, and thus I can control the weight of the whole piston assembly. In the example, we can see the EPES piston head in which there is relief groove. We can take the ring and insert it into the piston head. It fits exactly on the piston. When I tighten the piston, it fits as it should. Nothing wobbles and the weight has no play. This is the first level of piston load. Now let's take a look at the assembly. We won't need this. If I want, I insert a ring, and instead of the bearing I use this heaviest segment, and if necessary I use screws which I have in 2 lengths depending on whether I use 1 or 2 load washers replacing the bearing flange. The assembly in practice looks like this. I already have the first load segment in the piston head, and then we can use either a set of all or just a few load segments replacing the bearing. I insert the screw and the segment that replaces the bearing. Then I insert into the piston. Apply thread locker glue to prevent the piston head from loosening itself, and screw the head in normally and gently tighten to whole assembly, and this is what the loaded assembly looks like. If I want to use all 3 load segments, I'll use the longer screw. The second way of assembly is that I first put the head into the piston, apply the thread locker glue on the screw again, and screw the whole assembly into the thread of the piston head. The principle of this product is to load the piston assembly to enhance the joule creep effect. That means a greater difference in the muzzle velocity between the lightweight and the heavier BB. By loading the piston head, I am able to transfer more energy to the heavy BB, so this product is primarily intended for DMR builds, where I want to shoot mainly semi and as heavy BBs as possible. Piston load is not the only thing affecting this phenomenon. You also need to increase the cylinder volume to barrel length ratio, depending on the spring strength. It's not good to load the piston in full auto kits, because in full auto kits with higher ROF I want the piston as light as possible, so that it can return to its front position fast and clear and avoid the so-called PME syndrome. This means that the piston gear tooth would pick up my piston comb before the piston reaches full forward.